Welcome to West Coast Wednesday here on Prospectors Radio with Kathleen Biffle, Rich Cooley, Scott Swiftwater Toney, Indiana Gold Hunter, Dennis Dayton, and your host, Tim Grimes. We hope you enjoy the show, and thanks again for listening.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another West Coast Wednesday right here on Prospector Radio. I'm your host, Tim Grimes, and joining me as always, we got Kathleen and Shad Biffle, Rich Cooley, and Scott Swiftwater. We have a White Castle in Arizona, Toney.
Holy cow.
Man, you living the dream, ain't you, Scott?
Man, I'm telling you, it's the news of the day.
I hear it's like breaking news, ain't it?
Well, I hate to say it, folks, but it's history. That is right. There's a White Castle that has finally moved to Arizona. Sliderville in the heat.
That's not a good combination.
No.
I'm sorry. That's a really bad combination.
I just think it sounds like Arizona lost a bet or something, and they had to get a White Castle. You know, if they lost the bet, so.
So that's why.
Yeah, but you guys got to
there standing out there.
You guys, okay? Now I want you guys to really open your minds and think about this. In the East Coast, there's restaurants we don't have in the West. In the West Coast, there's restaurants we don't have in the East. So they always try to transition them.
Yeah.
So to get a White Castle over here, I mean, White Castle's been open for how long?
Forever.
I will say this, Scott.
Did you say since you were a kid, Tim?
Wait a minute.
Hello?
Shad's saying something. Go ahead, Shad.
Yeah, I will say the building that, because you shared the news footage on your Facebook.
He did.
That building is pretty impressive compared to all of our White Castles here out
they
east.
look like little white castles.
Yeah, they look depressing.
Oh.
They look kind of like
They do.
a nursing home type of thing, you know?
You mean ours is depressing?
No. Yours actually, it looks like they have outdoor patio with lights, like a bar or something going on.
What? Wait a minute.
Crazy.
Where's this at, on Scott's page?
Yep,
okay.
on his little Facebook.
Oh, yeah, it's big news. On a big ABC News there.
Yeah, I shared it. Like I said, it's a big. It's kind of a, like I said, it's kind of a new thing.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Is that? Wow, you're right, Shad.
It's fancy.
That's fancy, man. We don't have no White
I mean,
Castles.
I don't know
like
if it's history making, like Scott's making it out.
No, it's
right.
history making because that particular franchise become into the West Coast. Now the building looks like that because of where it's at. If you read where it's at, it's in Scottsdale.
Oh, fancy.
Oh, the fancy people.
Fancy, there you go. Kathleen picked it out right off. Oh, fancy. Yeah, that's what
I never ate there. Never seen one before.
Rich, you're not missing nothing, I swear to you. You can buy them frozen at the grocery store, White Castle hamburgers.
That's not the same.
Yeah, and
You
you
know
can
what?
nuke them. They're the same.
Rich, we'll get you a 20-pack case and ship it out to you. They'll still be just as good as they were
Yeah.
when
You
we
probably
bought
don't
them.
even need to refrigerate them.
You probably don't.
Don't even need to microwave them bad boys.
No,
I'm with
you just
Kathleen.
put one whole slider in your mouth and swallow.
That's it.
Oh, boy.
It's like, there's
Let's just change the topic.
Wait a minute. Let's talk about how their color, Kathleen. What shade of gray is that? Those White Castles.
I know, they're disgusting.
That's pretty bad.
Scott.
No,
There's 4 in Arizona.
What's that?
I'm just saying it was just a great thing because, like I said, the East Coast is coming to the West, and West Coast goes, and that's how we got Carl's Jr. and Hardee's. It's the same franchise. Just call it different in the East Coast.
Hardee's is okay-ish. I mean, they're all okay-ish, but White Castle's like, oh my God, there's nothing else open but a White Castle. I guess I got to eat that, and then you regret it. And it's you
guys got to remember, we're in Phoenix.
Hey,
This is like the melting pot of everywhere. Everybody from everywhere else is here.
Yeah, it melts because it's hot.
Well, whatever. I'm just saying, man. It's metropolis
the
of
white
people
are melting out there. All right,
Yeah.
you know.
that heat is not going to make them burgers any better. Trust me.
It's not hot right now. I'm just telling you.
When are you going to go get some of them, Scott? I want to know.
I don't believe I'm going to travel to Scottsdale to get White Castles.
How far is that for you?
What a weird place to put that.
It's kind of too far for me to drive for White Castle, actually.
You would think it would be like in Tempe or something, like on campus or something, you know?
Yeah, you would think something like that would be the logical thing, but
Yeah.
Here's what's weird. I just Googled White Castle in Arizona, right?
Uh-huh.
Ton of articles. However, I found one from August 24th, 2018. The article from ABC News in Phoenix started it saying, "This is not a drill. White Castle has announced to open a restaurant in Arizona." So, man,
It is
they
based
must,
in Columbus, Ohio.
They really pumped this up out there, man.
well, hey, if you got to think about it, it's a gold mine. Somebody brought the first restaurant out. They're the first
I wouldn't
entrepreneurs.
call it a gold
I
mine.
would.
Really?
I'd call it a pit.
Yeah.
How much? Yeah, it's a gold mine. Come on, people like White Castles. They always have. It don't matter who you
there's
are.
Not many
I mean, if you don't like them,
customers.
that's cool. But man, they're the first. They're the first, the original.
Right, so they're going to get this big flow of people that's never had White Castle, and then they're never going to go back again because they're going to be like, "Oh my God!"
I know they're going to realize that was a mistake.
They're going to say this could have been anything but a White Castle. I mean,
Well, you could always go to Taco Bell, folks. I'm just saying.
you know, Taco Bell is better than White Castle. I'm just saying, and Taco Bell ain't nothing to be proud of, but
Anywho.
it's better than White Castle.
Taco Bell's the American version of Mexican food. Are you out of your
I know,
mind?
but it's better than White Castle.
Dude, I've seen a taco made in 3 seconds. Meat, lettuce, tomato. There's some squirt.
You'll see a
wrap
White
it,
Castle.
throw it out. There you go.
You'll see a White Castle burger made
Burgers,
faster than
right.
that. That's the scary part. You can't make a burger as fast as they make it. So
Because it's really thin with 5 holes and they grill it on a flat top, man.
It's
Come
not
on.
really meat.
it's not meat, right? It's gray. It's
Can you prove it's not meat?
probably.
So, Scott, you finding gold yet?
White Castle.
He found hamburger gold.
No, no, Shad, I'm not finding gold. November 1st, I'm heading out. And then I've got pre-dates on things I have to do because I know that you and Kathleen are coming in town. And
Yep,
I'm
we
sure
bought the tickets. We're
I'm
ready
sure
to
as
go.
crap. I'm sure as crap not going to miss that. And we're actually, I believe, the plans are, we're going to go do some metal detecting at a event that you will announce later. I'm pretty sure, and I will save a thing for that. But it's really going to be cool because it's going to be nice. Number one, it's going to be nice having you guys back out here again because I always like to hang around you guys. You guys are fun, but it's going to be really cool because we could possibly do that radio show together, and that's going to be cool too.
There you
But
go.
I mean, as far as you working a metal detector and finding gold,
You don't
Well, I'm going to learn this year.
Ye of little,
but anyway.
ye of little faith, Scott. That's what it is.
Hey, I am a guy of little faith because I've been out here and I've metal detected, and I've metal detected, and I've metal detected, and I found 2 good things. I found a gold flake one time, and the other time was no crap. I actually got a video that I was actually in a what we call a bull quartz field, and I was looking for
video.
Oh my God! I said there is a video that I was out. Like I said, I was in a bull quartz field where a lot of stuff washes down the mountain. I'm like, you know what? There's always a chance. And I thought I'd just do a cool video about metal detecting. No, I didn't think I was going to find anything because usually it's just bullets and nails, sometimes some shoe tags and things like that. But I actually that day found a chispa piece, which was phenomenal. It's still on my shelf today, and I still can't believe it. The day I actually made a video, I found my first chispa piece in the desert, and that's still phenomenal.
Why'd
to me.
you stop then? You should pursued it further.
Is that like a meteorite? What are you
What
talking
is
about?
chispa?
No, a chispa piece is like when you got quartz and gold mixed in with each other,
Oh,
see?
okay.
and it's not. It's funny because you'll go over, these quartz fields that I sometimes walk through. They're holy mackerel. They could be as wide as a football field down on the bottom, and then up at the top they could be half the football field. So you're covering like a lot of quartz rocks, and you're just hoping maybe, just maybe when the volcanic area was going through here, a piece of gold filled into one of them, or vice versa, that kind of thing. And it takes a lot of hunting. And I mean, it took me years. It took me a lot of years to find this chispa piece. That's why it's on my shelf, because it took so long to find.
Chispa. I like
Chispa.
that. I like the name of that.
Well, anyway, I'm going to learn this year because I'm not much of a metal detectorist, and I'm excited.
Keep swinging.
Now, Kathleen, do you have your metal detector already?
Yes.
Okay, look, this is the best thing. You know what? It's so crazy, but it works. Put a nail, a penny, a dime, a bullet, and go across and listen to those sounds. You won't pick those sounds up.
I'm going to be practicing this weekend.
Practice.
Cool.
Yes.
Cool.
Practice.
So Shad and I both have our own metal detectors.
Just practice and dig. You got your little digging scoopy?
Yes.
What kind did you get, Shad?
I don't know. It's coming with the other one tomorrow.
Oh, you don't know.
It better be a military shovel.
I got my own e-tool. Yeah, we can bring out.
Mm-hmm. Right. So you got that? Got your little pinpointers?
We got just one pinpointer.
One pinpointer. Okay.
Yeah, maybe we should get another one.
Maybe,
good
right?
idea.
That's a great idea.
There you go.
There you go.
Which kind of pinpointer you got?
The Garrett Pro.
Garrett.
Is that the carrot?
Carrot, yeah, the orange thing.
Garrett carrot.
Because I was looking at actually pinpointers, and I've always heard good things about Garrett.
Right.
Oh. The Fisher has a new one out.
Really?
It may not be new, but the stuff I came across said new.
Uh-huh.
That one actually looks pretty cool, too.
What kind of price?
What's it called?
Fisher pinpointer. Hang on, I'm Googling it because I forget.
Okay.
It's the F-Pulse waterproof pinpointer. It's waterproof to 6 feet. And from what people have said, a lot of people say it's better, more accurate than the Garrett's. But it's not as quick or fast to turn on and off like Garrett. I mean, Garrett's nice. It's so quick responsive. You can conserve your battery. All of a sudden, turn it on and bam, it's fine stuff. But I guess this one's a little bit longer. But
you gotta think if it's up to 6 feet, that might be more for maybe snipers. That could be.
Well, and that's what else is neat about this too, though. I'm glad you brought up the water thing again. It's actually good in salt water too.
Really?
For beach detecting. Yep.
No, that's worth a little more.
What's the price on the Fisher?
Let's see. Some places I've seen it as low as $86.
Okay.
The average price is right at just over $100.
Okay. Cool.
Now that's about the average for a carrot, right? Isn't it?
I think a carrot was $120, and this one's $129 at other places too. So.
Very comparable price-wise.
Yeah,
right?
I would say really comparable between the both.
So if you get one, you're going to get a Fisher one since you already got the Garrett?
I was thinking of it,
Maybe.
because...
Well, then you could do a comparison in one of your videos or something too, Shad.
Yeah, and it has 3 sensitivity levels. It also has the little LED light, which they say is brighter than the Garrett's.
Mm-hmm.
Comes with the cool holster.
Cool.
But the thing I like, it operates off of AA batteries instead of 9-volt.
Oh, okay.
Which usually when you're going out places, more things take AA, so you have those with you. Then, granted, you gave me a whole giant box of 9-volts.
Yeah. You got enough now.
And they still work.
Yeah, they're good. And
that's still have mine too.
Yep. That's probably the only thing you got that uses them, right? Is your
it is actually that in our older metal detectors, the bounty hunters were also
my metal detector. That's what it works on 9-volt.
Yeah.
Oh, yours is 9-volt, Rich?
Yeah, Garrett A's 250,
now,
isn't
see,
it?
Mine is mine's AA's.
Okay, maybe they are AA then.
Yeah, but the
my rangefinders work on 9-volt.
And your pinpointer's 9-volt. That's what mine is.
My pinpointer is 9-volt, but I can't remember what the hell it's called.
Your pinpointer? Is it orange?
Yeah, it's the one where you go in, it'll read gold. If you pull it out, it'll read black sand.
That's the MD, the Falcon.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one I use.
Falcon MD 20, something like that, right?
2020.
I think so.
Yeah, MD20. There you go.
They're
MD20.
not cheap either.
Right. No, them aren't. Yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah, I just for.
Yeah, but if that's
Yeah, but you
not
can do a
like-
lot of stuff with it.
Yeah, but that's more for like gold, ain't it?
Well, as any pinpointer should be, it's a
Yeah.
pinpointer.
Well, yeah, that could be conceived a lot of different ways, right?
Well, I mean, you got a pinpointer's a pinpointer. You got a little bitty stick that's got a metal detector on the end of it. That's the same thing.
Yeah, kind of semi-sorta-ish.
I'm just saying, I got that one because there's a little more versatile stuff that I do with it that you can't do with just a regular pinpointer. But what?
Whoa!
I don't even want to know. Let's not go there.
I know, man.
No, that's
Well, I mean, it reads different targets. It just doesn't show metal. It'll read black sand or trash or targets of gold, and that's what it's meant to do. You get the carrot pinpointers and stuff like that. That is a more or less you got a metal detector on the end of the stick that pinpoints where your target is. It's common science. Come on, guys.
Well, the Fisher F-Pulse also has a ruler on one side.
Why ruler?
I
I don't understand.
But it also has proportional response, a ratchet retune, a lost alarm, a single button operation, and 3 sensitivity levels.
why would you need a ruler?
That is so ratchet.
Hey, at no time is Gold Prospector Space saying that anything is junk. We just have different opinions.
No, this is
yeah,
we're
no,
not, we're
I
not
agree.
saying nothing's good or bad.
They're
We're
all, like I
just-
said, they're all good. There's just
we're
certain
just
things that I
comparing.
do that I like what this thing does that you can't get out of a pinpointer. There's a difference.
Well, we're not really big detectorists, so it's interesting for us because we're just comparing. It's like you said, why would you need a ruler? I mean, if I'm looking for a
I don't
pinpointer,
understand.
if I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you're gonna
buy a-
measure.
like a
Gonna
whole
measure how
world
deep you went.
Yeah, because if I'm gonna buy a pinpointer, it ain't gonna be like, I wonder if it's got a ruler or not.
I know, I don't.
It's gonna
I don't
sway my
understand.
decision. Right?
And what's funny was I saw the thing about the ruler on a different site, and so I came back and I looked at the picture, and it's sure enough, there's a little hard to read ruler.
I look at it like this. Every one of the ones we've mentioned are highly acclaimed. So depending on what you do, figure out the piece of machinery that benefits you best is where I'm going with that.
Well, yeah, I guess that's my question too. Is like the Garrett Carrots, the Garrett Pro or whatever they're called. Has anybody used them out on the beach? Have they used them in salt water or in that type of environment? How does it perform?
Yeah, see, I don't know if the Garrett carrots you can even use in salt water.
Yeah, because to me that's probably the only different. I mean, granted, they probably all say, well, their sensitivity and pulsing and how they detect, is better than the others. But
Yeah, salt water's pretty tough on things.
Well,
man.
that's what I would think. I think it would really corrode it.
But not only that, the mineralization too is what causes
Yep.
a lot of problems with even like lower priced metal detectors down by the ocean.
And just
Yeah.
and just for everybody out there, batteries do not like salt water.
Yeah, I mean that's what makes it tough. So I don't actually know if the Garrett carrot is compatible with, just like you said, beach salt water.
Well, maybe if you had a snorkel and took it out.
Yeah, Scott, you could have had your snorkel.
Well, you know
and
what?
This pinpointer, it'd be diving down under 6 feet.
Yep.
Of course, you don't want to go below the 6 feet. Finding treasures.
with your snorkel.
Well, yeah, but you guys got to look at this. We're not, what? Most metal detectors out on the beach, they're not putting it underwater. They're actually digging in the sand at low tide. So could it get away with, that little bit of water contact? Possibly. Pretty
why-
much. If you took care of it, washed it off, I could see that.
Why Gold says he uses his pinpointer at the beach in salt water all the time. He just don't submerge it. So I don't
There
know
you go. That's what I'm saying.
if he,
Yeah, but that would be my question. What if you used it
right.
in underwater and
Then you would be
submerged it?
buying a new
If
one.
you submerged,
Yeah,
Better be fresh water in that thing off.
if you submerged it, see, that's the question. And the Fisher one is cool for it, right, Shad? It says it's good.
That's what it says it's for. I mean, you know what? You're going to pinpoint the exact location of buried metal objects in both dirt and soil, and also in either fresh or salt water.
See?
Waterproof and fully submersible up to 6 feet.
See? Squircle.
I'm just quite. I didn't know Fisher had a pinpointer like this, to be honest. The only one I've ever really known that a lot of people speak highly of is the Garrett.
Right. That's the only one I've ever really heard of, too. So I don't know. Maybe they just came out with this one. You know, like you said, it said new, but I don't know. It's new to me. That's for sure.
So in Arizona, is it snake season right now?
Snake season.
Will we come across some snakes?
That's a question to you, Scott.
Scott.
What was that again? I couldn't hear you.
Oh my God.
Next month when we're out there, is it snake season?
You're going to be what we call on the cusp. Right now, it's like right now at night, it's getting about down to 65. And when it gets down to 65, they start doing what we call the real slow motion, in which means if you get really close, they probably won't rattle because they're not looking for anything big like you. They're just going to let you walk by. But they will start hanging around what we call like little caves that has mice running in and out. They're going to be targeting areas that they know they don't have to work really far to get food. If they're laying right there and they see a mouse run out, boom, strike, I got you. That's going to be it. So, like right now, if you're walking out in the desert, I'm not saying, don't keep your eyes down because that would just be foolish, number one. Never. I always tell people, if you're going to look at sights, stop. Don't keep looking and go, oh, look at that mountain. Don't do, because you don't know where you're walking. But as far as like if you're digging and stuff like that, snakes are going to be getting really, really slow right now.
Kind of like how my fish are.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
But like I said, they're going to get really slow, but they're going to start hanging around what we call the target areas, in front of little caves, in the mouths of caves and stuff like that, where they don't have to move that much. Because if anybody out there does studies on snakes or anything like that, it's a warm or a cold-blooded animal. So whatever the air temperature is, if it's colder, they're going to be slow, and if they're really slow, they don't want to mess with you at all. They want to be able to go out and just hit the food and come back, and they got it. So
it snake season? Should she worry?
It's not. No, it's not really. It's not really snake season. I'll say no, it's not. But keep an eye out because you always get rogue snakes.
Is it scorpion and black widow season?
It's always scorpion season. What the hell's wrong with you?
Oh, it's always scorpion season. Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's always scorpion. Like out here, if you're digging, if you don't dig up a scorpion, you're not digging. I'm just saying it. And I'm not talking these little bitty things that you see on TV. I'm talking like as big as your thumb, the tail's as big as your pinky. If you don't dig one of them up, you're not digging. And I can't remember what they call them, but they're once again really cold, really slow. So you can just pick them up with a glove and move them out of your way and continue on about your day, and they'll never bother you again. Like I said, things out here are getting slow because it's coming down from, 110, 115 degree weather in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Now we're at 65 at night. So things are really changing quick.
That was our high today during the day.
Yeah.
This is going to be great.
Right.
Hey, back to the pinpointer discussion.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Joe Stasakonis, let me find it. People are chatting up today. Asked about or heard about that the Mine Lab pinpointer is really good and can kind of help. It works like the Falcon MD-20.
How much is that beast if it's a Mine Lab?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Tim.
It's the price thing.
There's a couple different ones, it looks like. I think the Mine Lab 35, that one's 129 at the same site that I saw the 129 for the other. But there's also a Mine Lab 25. Okay, so that's probably like their basic one.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon's crazy.
Well, I will tell you guys out there, everybody listening tonight, just as miners and stuff like that, when it comes to price, it's probably going to frighten you a little bit, but don't get too worried about it. just try to find you a good deal, because, I mean, there's sometimes you look at things and you're like, why would it cost that much? Do your homework and find out what really fits in your budget.
No, I mean, you got a good point there, because there are pinpointers that I see online, Amazon, Walmart, a whole bunch of places that sell them, and you can find them for like 20-some bucks.
Yeah, and I covered that in my article.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
And I talked about pinpointers.
That's right.
Yeah, but then again, Shad, it's just like metal detectors. We as people that metal detect, we call them coin shooters.
But,
Walmart has them for 20. I think it's like what, 25, 29.99 or something.
Yeah,
and that's a
think so.
DP pinpointer, I think, if I remember.
Yeah, but it's going to read gold flake.
It's
That's
an
the big.
orange
That's the
one.
big thing.
Looks like a Garrett carrot, but it's not.
right, but
Yep, that's right.
even if it don't, though, for most people, they're using it for, like you said, coin shooting or relic hunting. It's going to read
Yep.
that all day long, so,
Yeah, that it'll work all day long.
right. It'll pick up all that stuff. It might not pick up small gold flakes, but I bet it'd pick up like a gold ring or something, which is what most people with metal detectors are looking for, so it's like, hey.
I bought one of those ones at Walmart, and well, that's the one I used when we were out there in Ohio when I won my Garrett.
Right.
Remember when,
That's right.
Yeah.
when we did that thing, that night hunt?
The Fossick.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I won my Garrett carrot.
Right.
I used a
You won a better
pinpointer
one.
from Walmart.
Yep, you won a Garrett carrot using a Walmart pinpointer. So,
Yep.
See? That's ironic. Pretty cool, Rich. That's right.
But what'd you find though?
You had to find certain things, and I ended up finding a dog-shaped bone, green in color,
What was it made out of?
metal.
What
don't
kind
know.
of metal?
I don't know if it was metal, aluminum, or what. It was like a dog tag.
It was metal.
Oh, okay.
It was shaped in a bone.
Yeah. It was just
It wasn't copper or nothing like that, right?
No, it was just, metal.
Well, I mean, copper and aluminum, and that really, that'll ring out. You pass over it, it'll ring out like
What's that sound again?
What does it do?
Yeah.
That's a
rare.
Do it. No, that ain't how you did it. Do the sound again. I want to hear it again.
It goes.
You're
It
saying
goes.
that
Rare.
make different sounds for different things.
It kind of sounded like a cat,
It
though.
did.
See, you guys make fun of this, but you
Yeah.
talk. You start
No,
talking to
no.
metal detectors, and they're going. If it don't make that noise, it's not. It ain't what you're looking for. You're gonna know.
So it
Shut up
sounds,
for a second.
it sounds like you stepped on a cat's tail.
Does a pinpointer make a different sound for a different thing?
Yes,
Different
exactly.
sound for a coin than it does for something else?
A pinpointer? I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think it makes same sound. It
That's
just,
what
No,
it
it
just
does not.
beeps.
And why is he meowing like a cat?
I don't know.
Or
I thought
a
it was,
pinpointer?
I thought he was
Look,
talking
different
about a
metals,
detector.
you guys. Different metals has different readings.
On a
If you got
detector,
you got a piece of even on a freaking pinpointer.
Oh,
if you got a piece
wait
of
a minute.
aluminum foil 1 inch down.
I don't know. I think a pinpointer
never heard
just
that.
makes the same
always heard
sound.
Same
Doesn't it vibrate?
A
The
pin-
pinpointer?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it vibrates, it makes a sound, and
brrr,
yeah.
brrr, like a
Yeah.
that kind of a
You
sound.
guys, what?
It
don't
vibrates.
go
It
meow,
vibrates.
meow, meow.
So I would prefer the vibrating thing.
Then the cat noise.
See, even Bob said it's the same sound. It don't make different sounds. Not a pinpointer. It just
I know. That's what I'm trying to say.
I think
never
it.
heard one.
Mine does. I'm sorry, but mine makes different sounds.
But you
I
have
never
a you have
switched.
an
Pinpointer-
MD 2020. That's more like a gold machine. That's not like a pinpointer like we're talking about. That thing's a
Well,
little
it
more
pinpoints it out.
Yeah, but that's a little more advanced. It looks like a Geiger counter, and it's it's a little more advanced than a pinpointer. I mean, come on.
Okay, guy. I'm sorry, guys, but it's a little more advanced, but it costs the same money. So do the math.
No,
What do
that
you want to
thing
do?
was more.
I don't know.
The MD20
Well,
was.
it depends what you're using. Like, I don't know. Isn't the MD one? It's like a little box with
Yeah.
the two little thing. Yeah,
and it's got like a handheld, like looks like a microphone, and you put it up against stuff. And
yeah. It looks
Yeah.
like the old microphones from the '70s,
looks like
right?
a Geiger counter.
With the
Yeah.
little
Looks like an old Geiger counter.
It does. It looks like an old Geiger counter. What it looks like.
I got to give it to Tim, but man, I'm just saying, it is a good pinpointer. I mean, I know if you got, the Garrett Carrot's pretty cool. Like everybody, I've seen a lot of people using it, and I've used it, and I thought it was a great piece of machinery.
That might have different sounds because that's what it's for.
Here's the story, right? If we're going to be honest about prices, right?
Yes.
And one real quick, Darth made a comment, said MD20 is technically a probe, not really a pinpointer, so we can discuss that more because in the title it does call it a pinpointer.
Okay.
But the prices of like the Garrett Carrot, the Mine Lab 35, and the new Fisher one, they're all $129 at regular metal detecting stores and sites. You may find them cheaper, whatever.
Okay.
Now, the Falcon MD20, I see various prices, so I don't know if there's different ones, but it starts at $180, and I see one metal detecting place selling it for $305.
Okay.
Now, one's called a gold tracker, and the other one is referred to as a pinpointer, but it's still Falcon MD20.
Gotcha.
So,
folks, if you see it for $300, run.
Run away.
Run away.
Does it say it makes different tones and stuff? Shit.
Well, I'm going to go to the $350 site because it should tell you everything for that price.
Right, it should.
It should put the gold in the
yeah,
vial.
it should come with some gold for you to practice with. This one, it says it's a 5-foot waterproof probe, right?
Probe.
It's the industry standard for electronic probes, has a high frequency of 300 kilohertz, and unique electronic design have given it an excellent ability to find super fine gold particles that other detectors and probes cannot find.
But does it vibrate?
No, it does not, but it has a 5-foot waterproof probe.
A probe?
Probe.
But not a vibrating
Probe.
Well, if it has to vibrate, you're freaking blind, and you better be out there with somebody anyway.
Well,
if you can't hear it.
Think about this. You're out in places, and if like an outing and there's several, you're going to hear beeping all nonstop. Wouldn't you want a nice, strong vibrating so you know you're on it? And
it's called a pair. It's called a pair of earphones, you guys. It's earphones.
Well,
how do you're going to have earphones with a pinpoint? See, I don't even think you've used a regular pinpointer before.
Are you out of your mind?
Yeah, you have it.
You're talking about you're out there with freaking people doing the same thing. Once you're pinpointing in a freaking 6-inch hole you just dove with a hand shovel, I don't think you can miss it. When your stuff goes off, it's in your hands. You really need to vibrate.
That's what's nice about the vibrating.
Oh, my God.
It'll vibrate.
Well, yeah,
because
if that's the case, then you wouldn't even need a pinpointer, Scott. So you need a pinpointer to pinpoint where it is. If you dig your hole and it's not right there.
How about all you guys out there just quit using a pinpointer and just go the old method? You put it in your hand, go across metal detector. If it ain't there, dig again.
Then you
That's
might
easy.
have a big old hole. So this way you just...
Well, I will tell you, yeah, you're right, Scott, when Kathleen and I were out and found some little gold small nuggets, we took the plastic scoop and waved it over the top of the detector, and if it went off, we knew that was there. The rest of it, we tossed, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you're right.
Right.
That works pretty good.
It does.
But I think in Shad's point of view, a relic hunter would really benefit out of having that pinpointer because it could be a little coin, it could be a dime, it could be a button.
It might be a little over to the left or a little over to the right, and that pinpointer.
Oh, and those coins hide.
Right.
Yeah, but you guys are digging in like dirt mud. We're digging in like sand that goes through your hand, like okay, there it is. It's there's a little bit of difference.
I'm sorry, Scott. You just cut out. What'd you say? You said something about the sand.
Yeah, I'm like I said, over where you guys are digging at, like relic hunters and stuff like that. You're digging in mud.
Yeah.
Okay, so people that are digging on the beach, after you go over a target, you really don't have to pinpoint it. You just got to dig the seine in and get the seine out.
A little different.
Yeah,
and it goes through your fingers, like how?
Not your fingers. I said the seine.
Do you have to bring a sieve or a sieve or what do you call those things? The wire things.
Sieve?
I thought a sieve or a seine is. I guess a seine is what you catch fish with, but same thing. You go through the water and you catch everything. It's not water. But, yeah, I look at it that way. That's what I think.
That's what I'm going to bring.
Yeah, I get one now.
Out here, you got to have a
scoop.
pick. You got to have a pick and a magnet.
Pick and a magnet.
Yeah, because it's usually a bullet, nail, text, pop can.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that would help, obviously, because gold's not. Yeah,
right.
You're right.
Yeah, like over where you guys are, if you dug up a coin and you missed it by, a quarter of an inch, it's still in the mud. And that pinpointer says, hey, you missed it by a quarter of an inch.
It tells you it's over to the left, over to the right, whatever, yeah.
Exactly. So I you know what, I'm kind of agreeing with Shad. I think you got to utilize your tools in the place where you're at. Out here in the desert, maybe the Garrett carrot would be good. I mean, but we do, there's a lot of things you got to keep following and stuff like that. And I'm sure it would find a coin quick, but in mud, I would never take my MD 2020 where I was digging in actual dirt, because you could be, I could be reading it from 2 feet away to a
So Scott, I want you to bring out the Falcon MD 20 when you come meet us, okay?
Oh, it will be with me, dude.
Awesome. I want to check it out.
My Falcon goes together.
We're going to have a battle of the probes.
Probe battle.
But ours got a leg up. It vibrates.
There you go. And it's got light on it.
No, I'm just, what? It's kind of funny because people's like, it doesn't make different sound. It does make a different sounds. It depends on the metal that it is reading.
Yours might. Ours don't.
Well, okay, so it's working like your standard detector then, right? It does like the hum, and when you get over a target, it'll do a higher frequency for that moment when you're going over it, right?
I seem to think it does, or it'll do a double pitch for trash. Because it reads going in, it reads going out, and that's what that's kind of made for. I mean, you guys, they got a handle that goes with this thing that you can actually use it as a metal detector. So I guess I consider it a pinpointer because it's small. You can put it down in the hole. You can find out which way you got to go, deeper, left, right, and that's what I consider a pinpointer. I think this is versatile because it's not only a pinpointer, but you can actually put it on a handle, and you can walk down a creek and stick it behind rocks, and it'll go whang. If it does whang, if it gives you reading, dig it. It could be a bullet. It could be anything.
It goes whang.
You got to know. Come on, Kathleen. You got to know. You guys, you got to know. It's just. This is the most important thing about metal detecting. Anybody out there that metal detects, you got to know your sounds. That's the first thing I got drove in my mind when I had a metal detector in my hand. I didn't go metal detecting for a week because I had to sit there on a frickin' board listening to a nail and a bullet and a frickin' dime and all that crap. Okay. I'm just saying this is how I learned how to do it. What sound does a
nail make?
Yeah, it was like you got to learn what that thing does and what it reads off. All
right, I'm curious though the difference, right? Me too. We could actually play with it out there.
We're gonna play this weekend
because I think, like Bob Drake mentioned, the MD20 gets small, really small gold it can find, but it's shallow. So to me, that's basically saying our probe can go deeper without digging than yours to find something.
You can go deeper on a bigger chunk of metal. Yes, that is right. Remember, that thing's like a mini metal detector. You're going to find copper, nickel, alloys, anything that's mixed in. But can it find an actual solid gold piece? Now, remember, there's different things that's ran on different megahertz that people don't have the copyrights and stuff like that to do. So they make it as close as what they could, or they jack it up to make the power better. Which there's some metal detectors out there that, they just jack up the power. That way it goes deeper. That way when you buy something for $6,000, it makes you feel more better about yourself. The thing is, you got to learn the metal and what it reads off of. There's a certain frequency, and there's one frequency that does totally much better. And I did the research. I'm not going to say it here because I'm going to let you guys do your own research. Look through all the metal detectors. You're going to find out that there's some that are similar. There's some that are far off underneath but have more punching power. There's some that are up on top, but they're not so good, but they will find a dime and a heartbeat within 12 feet on a beach. That's the thing. You got to look for where you are, what you're doing, and your particular strategy of how you want to get what
All
you
right,
want to
hey,
get.
I got a question for you then. It's kind of good segue into it, right? So we talk about a lot of the different actual metal detectors out there, right? What about the coils? Right? Because, I mean, say Mine Lab, you get 1 to 2 different types of coils. However, there is a ton of aftermarket coils. And some people are like, oh, you got to get this one for finding nuggets.
Now, see me, I've learned about coils one way. If you have a bigger coil, that means what you're trying to do is cover more ground quicker. When you go to a smaller coil, that means it's like prospecting, folks. That means you've already found the gold. Now you're going to focus in and go really, really stupid slow. And you're going to find those little bitty flakes because you're going to take that little coil, and that little coil is going to give you a better pinpoint of where that piece of gold is, rather than something you had that was 2 feet wide going across it. You see what I'm saying? There's a difference in coils.
Oh, yeah, I know the sizes, but there's all sorts of aftermarket ones, all the same, similar sizes. Let's not talk about the sizes. But it's just a different brand.
You know what? It comes down to the thing. The price you spend, number one. The brand it is and what they do for their customers is number 2. And number 3, can you actually pinpoint it down into, say, if you had a piece of gold the size of a screw head, is your coil small enough to actually pinpoint where you're at? Or are you going to be digging 2 feet to this side or 2 feet to this side and 2 feet up and then finally find it because it was 1 foot deeper than what you were going? That's the whole difference. I mean, take it. If I was hunting an open desert, it's going to be a big coil. If I'm hunting under bushes and shrubs and things like that, where it's all crowded, it's going to be a small coil. Not only do I want it to go in there, but there's certain places that people don't walk anymore that gold might have been.
Well, here's my question out in the chat room, right? Forget about the sizes. I get it. I'm talking about, do you use the coils that came with your detector, or do you buy aftermarket coils?
There you go. Thank you, Shad.
I think that's what I was really trying to get at.
No. Actually, me and Lisa's got the, like I said, we hunt with the Gold Bug 1. And I like it because it's so easy to set up, and it's almost like you do your ground balance and poof, you're ready to go. There's no technical mumbo jumbo. You just got to learn what the sounds are. But when it comes to coils, I use a factory Fisher coil for a big coil. But when I want to do the small coil, like I said, if I'm around bushes, or if I want to really slow down because this wash is produced three pickers on a big coil, what did I miss with not having a small coil? So then now I go to the small coil, which is still a Fisher. I think they call it a 4-inch round. It's not very big at all, but that's another thing that just pinpoints. It doesn't read out, it reads down. So you go really slow. It's really slow. To get up a whole rush, it almost drives you nuts. But unless you find a couple of good pieces of gold, then you're like, oh, man, it really works. I'm excited. But that's what I found out anyway.
Yeah. No, okay, cool.
Did you see what they said in the chat room, Shad?
Yeah, that a lot of people don't use aftermarket coils. Some people use a 5-inch and elliptical that came with the Gold Bug. So yeah, it seems like a lot of people stick with the coils that came with the machine, or go with the same brand.
I've never seen an off-branch coil.
I just figured a coil that came with it's matched to the detector. So.
See, that's what I think too. Unless you want to get, like Scott was saying, a bigger giant one or a smaller one. But
well, other than that, I think what came with it is what it's matched for it. So
but you guys got to remember, when you get to those big coils and stuff like that, these are the guys. I mean, there's some mine labs out there that's got coils. It's like, holy cow, they're bigger than my head. Yeah, right. They're giant. Okay, that's for covering a lot of field really quick. And I you know what? Like I said, you got to put it to what you do. I think the bigger the coil, the more ground you want to cover. It's going to be like, say, meteorite hunting, relic hunting. If you go to a medium-sized coil, say on the like on my gold bug, you're going to be looking for, gold nuggets, meteorites, and you can, if you know the tone, and if you're really listening, you can hear littler stuff. But once you find those nuggets up a certain wash, you're going to go to that fine 4-inch coil, because that thing has got, like, when you go over it, it's 4 inches. Once it hits the middle, you're within 2 inches. So it's almost like a pinpointer, which gold bug, there is a pinpointer on it. If you use it right, you know where to do it at. But the 4-inch thing is, like I said, it's more for when you're finding it. There's things like we do every day, like Shad, Kathleen, me, Rich. We go prospecting. With the first thing in our hands, a pan. We find the gold. What do we go to? Bigger machinery. You know what? If the bigger machinery is not working because we're not getting cracks and crevices, what do we use? We shrink down to Kathleen's 2-inch. It'll suck it out of the cracks and crevices because it's something the bigger one missed. You just got to utilize. You got to utilize what you have for where you are. Is what I'm saying.
Good point. I think, Tim, we should do commercial, but I think we'll still stick with the vibrating pinpointer.
You forgot birthdays.
Well, we'll do a commercial and come back with gold prices and birthdays.
Yep.
And then we'll turn it over to Kathleen. Okay. Sound
cool.
Good? Sound good, guys? Or wanna...
Yep.
Okay. Let's roll with it.
Do you like to mine for gold? Enjoy prospecting a nice crack in the bedrock? Enjoy getting outdoors to camp, fish, hunt, and hike on your public lands? You plan your trip, load the gear, grab the dog, put the family in the truck, and drive off to a locked gate. A sign says you cannot enter or access your own public lands. Mining claims and public land owned by we the people are being designated as off limits by our own government every single day. Are you concerned about the direction our government is going? Are you tired of seeing no access, no entry signs on your lands? We are, and we are fighting back. We are AMRA, America Mining Rights Association, the fastest growing small mining advocacy association in America. AMRA is a 501c3 not-for-profit formed by miners, hunters, off-roaders, retired military men, and women to stop the insanity. AMRA was formed to educate, unite, and help the small miners and public land users on their rights. Rights given to us by God. Do you want access to great mining claims? For a small tax-deductible donation to their Miners Legal Fund, your family gains access to proven excellent mining claims across America for an entire year. AMRA challenges the USFS, BLM, EPA, and the other agencies intent upon stopping you from enjoying your own lands. You are who pays these people's wages. It is time they listen to us. We need to unite. And that is what AMRA is doing. As you sit here right now, thousands of acres of public lands are being closed, locked, and blocked from use by you. Are you fed up yet? Join us. Get in on this fight and let's restore America to what our families fought and died for. Freedom. Just visit AmericanMiningRights.com. AmericanMiningRights.com. Also, check us out on Facebook at American Mining Rights Association. AmericanMiningRights.com.
All right, everybody, we're back. Shad, go ahead and take it away with some metal prices and some birthdays.
All right. Well, a lot of the prices are relatively flattish, but gold did move $4 up at $1,492. Silver up 2 cents at $17.56. Platinum, the big mover, $29 up at $924. And then palladium up $2 at $1,740. So it's powering ahead of gold right now. Rhodium is flat at $5,530.
Okay, God, always right. Crazy prices. Okay, some birthdays.
You got it. Well, it is October 23rd. We have Brian Kane, Eli Hodgen, Kyle Hathaway, Mark Earl Lewis, Rafael Pera, And then tomorrow, so not a lot of birthdays today. Wow. Oh, really? Tomorrow we have Gary Holly, Jeff, Jesse Marty Espino, John Edwards, Lee Hodge, Lillian Mello, Mary Jane Kangas, Matthew Ayers, Mike Thomas, Sean Emrine, Tony Daughtery, and Wayne D. Eggert.
Well, happy birthday, everybody. There wasn't a whole lot, was there?
No, not at all.
That's not many birthdays.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Going to highlight one, Shad?
Happy day.
Oh, yeah, why not? Let's see here. Trying to find one. I clicked on Kyle Hathaway. He's from the United States. He likes to prospect for gold, all types. He doesn't care as long as it's gold. He found the site through Amra's page, so that's pretty good. And he's not really specific. He says he uses all types of equipment.
Hey, is that the first one we've heard through Amra's page?
Yeah, that is.
Might be.
Okay, cool.
He's been with us since 2015.
Oh, still, that's a few years. That's cool, though. Awesome. Thank you, Shad. So now it's time for Kathleen.
It is time for Dredging Up the News with Kathleen Biffle. Mining news from around the globe, metal detecting, dredging, entertainment news, and fun facts as well. Here's Kathleen.
All right, everybody, October 23rd. I'm going to start off with a story that was I saw out there in Reno, Nevada. A 38.9-ounce gold nugget in the shape of Australia, and another nugget that's 33.8 ounces in the shape of a skull was auctioned off. The two giant-sized gold nuggets were mined in Alaska during the days of the gold rush, and they sold for a whopping combined total of $172,725, and this happened last.
Now what year is that again?
What? What are you talking about? What year?
Yeah, what year was it sold again?
This year.
It was last week. It was
last week.
Sold.
Yeah, in Reno.
Ooh.
172,000.
Oh yeah.
Holy.
The one was shaped in like Australia, like the country. That was mined at Gaines Creek in Alaska. And that is about 150 miles southeast of Nome. The other one, this one was the size of, like in the shape of a skull, I guess, that is used in like a pirate logo. It was actually found in Alaska's Chandler district along the Squaw Creek drainage. So, and both of those areas are still active placer gold mines today.
Do you guys ever wonder, out through the, I mean, you guys have been up there, you know what the tundra looks like. It's like, holy cow, it's like a long way over there. Does anybody really go metal detecting through that? I mean, can you imagine just walking for days and could you imagine what you could pick up?
I don't know. I mean,
it's buried with a lot of like moss. The tundra has a ton of moss.
Oh, so there's a lot of overburden.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then, the permafrost. I'm not sure.
Right.
I mean, if you dug the overburden off and then went metal detecting, you'd probably find stuff.
Probably.
Do what the old miners did: dig a pit and set it on fire, let it thaw, and then keep digging.
Yeah, but I know what. What's really funny is because we as gold miners, and everybody could be, put on the same game. We're always taught that gold always goes to the bottom. Well, gold always goes to the bottom if you got water working it out. But what if you had one flood that just mysteriously threw a nugget somewhere, and then the water switched and never went by there again? I mean, that's the looters of treasure right there. I'm telling you, man, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be.
I mean, you're walking out like, well, I can't see anything for miles. There's a gold nugget. Oh, cool.
Well, in Australia, evidently, you could just kick your feet around and kick a gold nugget.
And it'd be like...
Yeah, I think they juggle with them, actually.
Yeah, I think so.
That's funny.
jeez.
Found a nugget. Found a nugget.
Yeah.
They're like, look at this little picker I got.
Yeah, throw it back and
Nugget.
let it grow
It's
up.
like 10 pounds.
And to all of our Aussie friends out there that are listening tonight, because I know you are, please send us some pictures. We want to see them.
Don't you mean Wang?
I can't do that sound. I can do it.
All right, let's keep going.
It's because you haven't heard enough.
All right, Scott, shut up now.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, the next two stories are actually entertainment news. This is kind of bizarre. Have you guys heard of the band OAR?
Or?
Of a revolution.
Yeah, it's a band anyway.
They were founded in Columbus, Ohio at the Ohio State University.
Yes. Haven't heard of them.
But actually, we used to be fans, but not anymore.
Now they got weird.
Yeah. So in North Carolina, in Cabarrus County, Michael Paris, he's actually a member of this band. He has started this like music storytelling adventure thing. I don't know. They call it Toon Trek. So anyway, he is going to the Reed Gold Mine there in North Carolina. And I guess he's going to be doing something of like a documentary on November 7th and 8th at this gold mine. Because as you know, this is the site of the first gold ever found in the United States. So I thought that was kind of weird. What a weird combination.
Yeah.
He's basically, it sounds like, what, he's going to play music during the documentary?
I don't know, but I'm intrigued.
You're like, yeah, that rocks, man. And it's like they're finding like a little nugget.
Yeah, but you got to think about it. It could pump up gold prospecting like 10 times fold.
It's an interesting mix. It is. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so I guess he's been touring, with the band, but they spend a lot of time traveling. So he's trying to make the most out of his, touring, and he'll probably get like 1 million subscribers in a day. But anyway.
I'd prefer something like AC/DC following my like theme music to find gold. Yeah. I think I'd get pumped up there.
Me too. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought that was kind of interesting. More entertainment news. So we all know that Gold Rush on Discovery Channel premiered their 10th season this month. But early next year, they are going to bring back their companion series called The Dirt as a true after show. The original host and executive producer is going to, they're going to bring back Christo Doyle.
Oh, really?
I guess they got rid of him one year for some American Idol guy. I don't know. But anyway, he's coming back.
Oh, wise choice there, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird. But this is, that show that is after the regular TV show.
Pretty much what? Talk about what you just watched.
Pretty much.
Well, I think they call it The Dirt because they talk about, like, behind the scenes.
Yeah,
It's The Dirt.
I think it's kind of neat.
Yeah,
it is.
Cool.
It's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
but that means even the behind the scenes is scripted too.
No, actually, like the ones we've seen, you could tell that the behind the scenes things aren't as scripted, but you could tell how much scripting goes into the shows when you watch those things.
See, I'd be tempted if I was on one of those shows, like tell people, like, okay, if I do this symbol while I'm talking, it's a script or it's part of it.
Oh,
if I do this, though, it's game
real.
on. We're talking about doing whatever.
Yeah, it's real.
You know what? They do talk about that. If you follow along, I mean, they're like giving you subtle hints, like, it was scripted, like when me and Toney got in an argument or something like that.
Yeah.
Come on. I mean, yeah, you got in an argument. You know what I really loved, and this is no joke, guys, the last time when Parker was like, well, why shouldn't I tell you to go beep yourself? And I'm just sitting there thinking, you know what? Actually, why kind of wouldn't you? And then Toney kind of looks at him like, you know what? You guys got to understand behind the scenes. Toney gave Parker the biggest break of his life. He got there. He did. You know what?
I'm sure there's some respect there.
Yeah, but for the show, okay, we made money on the show. It looked great, But as minors, I know you know me. We're not gonna have this kind of play game crap.
You need drama, excitement for a show, or else it's just a bunch of guys and women driving trucks, dumping dirt, and that's it. I mean, honestly.
Yeah, but dude, they got a lot of stuff that breaks down. You don't understand. I mean, they're moving a lot of crap.
Yeah, but they're still sitting and stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
that's not as entertaining as getting the things happening between them. That's more excitement. Like, ooh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they are.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I agree, Shad. Yep.
Okay, well, we're going to move on to global news.
Moving on.
Done with the entertainment stuff. So I've got a story in Russia, just a short little one.
Ooh, my friend.
But it's tragic. Okay, get serious. At least 15 gold miners in a remote part of Siberia were killed Saturday when a dam collapsed in their encampment. 13 people are still said to be missing. It was caused by heavy rains that weakened a dam. Local officials report that 80 miners were sleeping in their temporary shelters on the site. The dam wasn't registered and was illegal. Residents in a nearby village have been evacuated due to high water levels and flooding, and a criminal investigation has been launched into possible safety violations.
Oh, geez.
When did that happen?
Terrible.
That happened on last Saturday.
Dang.
In Siberia.
Siberia.
Hey, for all my Ruski friends out there, well, how come I haven't got this news by now? I'm just surprised.
Russia's pretty big.
They'll hear this. I know, but they'll hear this tomorrow. But I'm just wondering, well, how come I did not get this news? I get a lot of news.
Well, you need to get on your people.
That's
man.
right, Scott.
I know, right?
Your millions and millions of fans. You need to get them in check. I'm
not saying about fans. Like talk about like-minded people that are around the world. I get a lot of stuff from a lot of places.
Well, you didn't get.
And I'm just really.
Facebook.
You didn't get this one.
That's right.
So find out.
You got to hear on Dredging Up the News,
That's
though.
Right.
I know. I'm like really. I'm like, wow,
I
surprised.
dredged that right up.
See?
And how many was trapped?
13. Is that what I said?
They're missing. They're not
They're
trapped.
missing,
They're
yeah.
dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're probably dead
They
too.
can't find them.
Yeah.
Lighten that moment up.
Yeah, that's terrible though.
Wow.
There ain't no waking up for them.
Nope. that's
Man,
a
you
shame.
guys, you know what? This is the thing. You know what? Everybody's like, "Oh, you ever go underground mining?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's not really. I don't think that's not my thing."
They weren't
You know,
underground. They were sleeping. That's
Yeah,
right.
they were sleeping
Yeah.
above ground. A dam collapsed that was illegal and
That's
Yeah.
terrible. Yeah.
washed them away.
That's
Oh,
sucks.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you not?
You weren't listening.
Listen to the story.
He was still just so shocked that his Russian context didn't tell him this.
You know what? You're actually right. I'm just.
Collusion going on
I
here.
know. I think Swiftwater's colluding with Russia.
Hey, I'm just saying. I got a lot of people that send me a lot of things, and I'm telling you, it's so funny. I've got a lot of people from a lot. I mean, Russia is
We've
actually.
got like a big Asian following.
Yeah, billions.
That's because you guys are funny.
Huh?
It's because you're funny.
Is it?
Maybe. and you had the unicorn float, which they made.
Yeah, that attracted some
Attention.
interesting attention. Anyway, all right. So now we skip over to Australia. They are finding an easier way for mining companies to go prospecting. University of South Australia researchers have developed a suite of geochemical tools to more accurately target valuable mineral deposits, which would save drilling companies millions of dollars in the process. So what this does, these tools will use data collected from analyzing drilling materials in the past to help locate undiscovered areas because it works, I guess, with algorithms from old data.
They're in Australia.
Yeah. It's all about the algorithm.
That does not always work. That does
I don't know. They say by mapping out where like key chemical elements are found in greater concentrations, this algorithm will increase the chances of finding ore deposits and decrease the actual cost of mineral exploration because they're not drilling random holes. And I guess it costs a lot of money to actually drill the right, identify the right places, drill the right holes. So this way, at least, they'll have a somewhat educated guess before they start poking holes.
Well, a higher probability based on what they found before.
It's all about the algorithms.
You guys remember back in the day when the gold rush was going on, and Toney said, "No, you got to drill," and it cost Parker like $200 a hole to make drill holes, and they're not like, you don't make just one or two; they're like 50 to 60.
So that's what this algorithm, based on previous data that's fed into this, I don't know, database, I guess, will spit out, like, based upon what's been found in the past and the areas. This is probably where you should go.
And then the machine will go boop 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 boop.
How was that again? Boop 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 boop.
You gotta love those algorithms.
Yeah, but after he does that, all he has to do is go, "Danger, Will Robinson." I would laugh my butt off.
Well, no, because after it, when you're on it, when it gets the things after the boop 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 boop, it'll vibrate.
Yep, just like your pinpointer.
That's right.
You got one of them fancy pinpointers.
That's the sound it makes too.
Oh my gosh. Okay, gotta love the algorithms. An algorithm dresses me.
That what? Huh?
It picks out your clothes. It doesn't dress you.
It picks out based upon my tastes. A computer does my shopping for me for clothes.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
I know, she said it a little weird at first.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know what? I think it's cool, easy. All you got to think is, you know what? You're a business girl. Dresses were pretty cool because you like to wear them. And just make them look like a koi. A lot. Yeah. We're in like Flynn.
But it's algorithm.
Oh, jeez.
She'll be the fish lady.
All right. On that note,
we're
going to turn it over to Shad for local events of interest.
All right. Thank you, Kathleen. First, October 29th, it's the Common Dig Dirt Party in Congress, Arizona. Charlie Stanton left his gold hiding for us to find. The outing will be at the LDMA Stanton camp, open to anyone who wants to come and play in the dirt and find their gold. Participants, though, must register by calling the GPAA headquarters at 1-800-551-9707 no later than October 29th. So you're getting in the final week to register. All participants will be working for their gold split at the end of the outing. All gold recovered during the operation is split between the participants. They'll receive a vial with a picker or two in it, as well as a pay dirt bag that has their split of gold recovered. You'll meet people from all over the country that want to learn how to become a better prospector. People are there to help you find more gold, and there'll be both hands-on training and a classroom setting. So you can learn more about basic prospecting, geology, panning, GPS, detecting, etc.
Yeah, because there's nobody there that does not know about gold digging.
That's right. LDMA lifetime members will have to pay $100. Non-LDMA members, $150. Kids 8 to 17 years of age will be $50. So remember, you get a pay dirt bag for referring a non-member to sign up and participate. Some meals will be available for a donation.
Interesting.
Wow.
That's really vague.
Yeah, I know.
All right. So one thing that we've kind of talked about earlier, we're going out to Arizona in the Phoenix area. Woo! Well, northwest of Phoenix. On November, 15th?
Through the 17th.
Through the 17th, right? Mm-hmm. Out there is going to be a metal detecting nugget shooter event. And I'll share the link to where you can read more about it, a little thread.
The fall outing.
But I guess the nugget shooter, he does this usually an outing once a year in November, the primary one. So it's not, vendors aren't going to be out there. Mine Lab is showing up, though, to kind of help put it on. But there's tons of ground that you'll be able to go metal detect for gold nuggets, as well as, of course, bullets. Nearby GPAA claims, AMR claims all around. If you remember, you can go to those while there. But it starts Friday and runs all the way through Sunday evening.
And who's going to be there, Shad?
Well, Kathleen, Shad.
The Wandering Buffaloes.
Yep, that's right. And, of course, little Swiftwater, if he can make it.
Swiftwater will be there, folks.
Oh,
we are going to be there.
I guess, honestly, this is a really big thing. So we're going to check it out. It's Shad and Kathleen's wedding anniversary it. So,
you guys are really going to suck that gravy.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
If it means somebody like giving us a nugget, so be it. Thank you.
Happy anniversary.
But, of course, if you do plan on going, definitely check out the link I will be sharing here right now into the chat room.
Right now?
Right now. Hang on.
Right now?
Right now. Right. That'll go you to some information on the second page of that thread. Has a YouTube video. The sound is really low, so do your best. But the Nugget Shooter, Bill Southern, gives a lot more details about this event and what to expect. The one thing, though, if you do go out there and camp, you'll be camping on Arizona State Trust land, so be sure to get your recreational permit through the Arizona State Trust. You can do it online, $15 for an individual, $20 for a family. But you'll need that or else you could get cited.
Yeah, be sure if you're camping, you got it. Get him up, Shad, get him.
Yep, but there you have it. There's that event. We're going to be there. Swifty's going to be there. So if you're in the area, come on out, even if for a day, and near the San Domingo Wash area.
Cool. Okay.
Man, I hope it's going to be a great time. I think us three, because we're pretty comical, but I think with all the other people that I know that metal detect out here, they're pretty comical too. So it's going to be a great time.
Yeah.
Will give us a chance to meet some of the folks out there that we've seen on Facebook or YouTube, or even in our chat room.
You're going to say this ain't Ohio.
Yeah, I'm really excited because we'll be moving out there soon, and expand our horizons.
Yep.
Right. Pretty cool.
So we'll be there hooking up with Scott. We're actually meeting up with Jimbo.
Nice.
For that and going up there, and so.
Pretty cool.
But yeah, reach out to us if you're planning on coming or you're trying, and we'll see. We'll definitely see what we can do to hang out and.
We'll bring some buffalo stickers.
Oh yeah, some little buffalo stickers.
Are you guys going to stay in like a hotel, or are you going to stay at Jimbo's a couple of days, or are you going to vice versa?
We don't know yet.
We're trying to decide what because we're getting there earlier in the week, obviously.
You got somebody picking you up, right?
We rented a truck
that we're rented. Then we're going to meet up for that Friday. Meet up with Jimbo and all go together.
But we also want to scope out some areas for...
beforehand.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We'll let you know.
Cool.
I'll just see you.
Let us know if he really shows up, Shad.
I will. Well, I'll let you know if he can figure out where it's at, because he was way off earlier.
Right, exactly.
You're a funny kind of guy.
All right.
Other than understand how we think around here, it's miles. It's not like in feet. We think miles.
There, one more event that somebody did share on Gold Prospector Space coming up next month, November 22nd through the 24th at the Viridian Library and Event Center in West Jordan, Utah. There's the annual Rock, Gem, and Mineral Show.
That's right.
So a rock sale.
Rock, gem, and mineral sale.
That's right. Multiples.
Multiples, not just
Multiples.
Rock, gems, and minerals for your pleasure.
That's right. And that's all I have for local events of interest. Back to Kathleen for a fun fact.
Alrighty.
All right. Fun facts. It's a little bit longer than normal. I didn't know how much time we would have, but I'll make this a two-parter.
Okay.
So it's October, close to Halloween, right? Mm-hmm. I thought we would visit some ghost stories of the gold rush.
Oh, okay.
So there's so much to choose out there with the ghost stories, only because, as we know, this era was very romanticized, with pioneers hoping to start a new life, with newfound riches. Of course, we know some succeeded and others got caught up in greed and even met their untimely demise. So naturally, you're going to hear some ghost stories.
Sure.
The first one I have is the Gold Hill Hotel. It was actually constructed in 1861. At the time, it was not known as the Gold Hill Hotel. It was known as, I think, the Reason House. Yeah, the Reason House. This hotel is situated between Virginia City and Silver City on Highway 342. When the Comstock lode was discovered in 1859, that caused that frenzy to dig over there. So there was really not a lot of places, or people really didn't pay attention to where they slept. So Miss Louise Forster and Alfred Reason. Is it Reason?
Yep.
Reason. They, in 1861, formed their partnership and built this hotel. Mm-hmm. Well, what they say is this hotel is haunted because it is located in proximity to one of the worst mining accidents in Nevada history. So on April 7th, 1869, a fire spread at the 800-foot level of the mine. It smoldered timbers were collapsed. It had poisonous air, and other neighboring mines were also affected. Survivors described horrible scenes of miners desperately struggling for life, and at least 35 miners died. Some bodies were never retrieved. So they could not put this fire out. So what they did were they sealed off the levels to, contain the fire, which remained, I guess, burning for several years.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So anyway, they're saying that the activity from this disaster is causing the hauntings at this hotel. Mm-hmm. Activity has been reported throughout the hotel. However, 2 rooms are thought to be more haunted than the rest. If you stay there, it's rooms number 4 and 5. They are located in the old part of the building, directly above the bar and great room. So I guess in room 4, if you stay there, you may experience the scent of rose water, which is thought to signal the presence of an entity known as Rosie. It's generally thought that Rosie may have been a former housekeeper at the hotel. Folks have also experienced seeing a dark-haired man with a mustache in room 5. And before you see him, you smell cigar smoke. He's referred to as William.
You know what's really funny is because you said it was between 4 and 5, the rooms. I'm thinking, you know what, there's got to be a lazy ghost. Oh, I'll just walk through this room, scare this guy. Walk back over, scare this guy.
Maybe they only have 2 rooms.
You're right, they could have 2 rooms.
I would love to stay here, though, sometime. I may do that, except for I don't know. I don't know where this is in California. Really?
Well, that doesn't help us.
So,
look at Shad's face.
Anybody knows?
Like, what?
Let me know.
Find this. I want to go here now.
Yes. All it says is between Virginia City and Silver City, or maybe that's Nevada. Is that Nevada?
Yeah, that's Nevada.
Yes.
All right, City. So it's not even California. So I'm way off. Nevada.
But you're close. You're close as ghost come. You're good.
There you go. All right, I'll share one more story tonight, and next week what I'll do is continue with some of these stories. But this one is actually not a house or anything. It's actually involving a road. So,
cool.
For all of you out there, this one is in California. Sorry. If you take Highway 49, which is called Coloma Road, you turn left onto Marshall Road, and about a half mile later, you'll see a small road off to the left, and it's called Prospectors Road. This one is a really twisty road. It's about 3 miles, and it goes through some of the most hilly parts of Gold Country. It's starting at and ending at Marshall Road, which lies west of and running roughly from Coloma to Garden Valley. So anyway, this road is considered one of the most haunted roads in the Gold Rush country. So why it's haunted? They say that the road runs over a lot of old mines and old claims, and the bodies, some of the people who, died there they say is located under the road, but I don't know. Anyway, it's a lot of documented weirdness happens on this road from people who travel it. And people who live near it. One story reports of a young couple who purchased their new home along this road, and one night, of course, they heard this, strange noises in their house. They woke up, they went downstairs, their front door was ajar, but they know that they had locked it. There's no signs of forced entry, but it clearly felt like somebody was there. So anyway, they didn't know what it was, but their dog evidently had experienced seeing this, whatever it was, and was trembling in the corner or something. I don't know. But anyway, The legend is that a miner supposedly, back in the day, he was at a bar, surprise, surprise, and he was drunkenly bragging about his claim one night. So he was, saying how much gold he found, but as the story goes, probably happened a lot more than we realize. They ambushed him because of that story and his tall tales, and they murdered him, either out of jealousy or greed. So they're saying now his ghost haunts people on that road. And and you can hear him say, "Get off my claim." So, yeah.
Hey, I'll tell you what, Kathleen, have you ever heard of the haunted roads? I know you've seen this, like when you stop, put it neutral, and your car rolls uphill.
Yeah, or you
guys
keep the keys in the ignition, and then you
walk
around your car.
You guys are so close to a lot of those things. I can't believe you haven't picked up on them and took off with it yet. But that would be a cool thing, because it's an optical illusion. Like you're looking out, it looks like the road's downhill, but what you're seeing is hills and everything in front of you, and it makes it look like it's uphill.
There's actually a road. Where is it? Ireland, or it could be Ireland, but it's a tourist attraction because of that optical illusion.
Where it goes up.
It appears that the car is moving up.
Well, like I said, that's where they get the haunted roads of Ohio and Kentucky, because there's optical illusions that they're like, it's totally going uphill, my car's rolling. I'm like, man, that would be some cool stuff.
Yes, very.
I'm just saying, it's the same thing like a ghost
Halloween
thing.
Cool, yeah.
Yeah. And that is dredging up the news, and I will continue with some more haunted stories of the Gold Rush next week, because Halloween is actually on Thursday, so we have another Wednesday show before that.
All Hallows Weenie. Yeah.
It's Halloweeny.
But don't dress up like a child bride, because people get offended.
Yeah, Kmart had to pull.
Did you hear about
outfits.
that?
No. What happened?
No, me. I actually just sit on the front porch and wait for you to walk by and shoot you with a paintball gun.
That's not nice.
It's orange.
Still not nice.
That's a joke. That's a joke, you guys. Come on.
I don't get it.
I don't either.
I don't either. He says something wrong with him. Yes.
Really? Are you going to trust little kids in masks? No way, Jose.
Hey, I think, though, we're going to try out the MindLab Profine 35 pinpointer.
Do it, Chad.
Because this one can go 10 feet underwater.
Right.
But like, I think this is what you were talking about, Scott. This one will give 2 different tones for ferrous and non-ferrous junk.
Does it vibrate?
It vibrates.
Sweet.
Okay, then.
Sold.
Well, think about it. If you're 10 feet underwater, how are you
Yeah, you're not going to hear brrr.
Exactly.
Because you got an earplug in.
What's
There's
it
no
plug
underwater.
into? There's no plug-ins in it to plug in. It'd be wouldn't be
Again, you
waterproof.
have clue.
Man, I got a freaking mask right now that I could hear somebody on top of the water talking to me like it's on a CB. You don't think you can hear a
when you're
freaking
breathing
metal
and
detector?
stuff,
You're not
don't
gonna
you hear
hear-
your bubbles?
Yeah, you're
That's
not
what
going
I
to
hear.
Yeah.
Or do you hear wind?
Yeah.
You're killing
He
me.
hears bang.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm staying out of this. Never
Shad,
mind.
add to cart, buy it now. Right?
So excited.
Heck
So,
yeah.
we'll tell you guys how our metal detecting lessons go.
Yeah.
Yeah, this weekend we're
This
going to
weekend.
practice.
Yeah, let us know how
gonna-
it goes.
It's gonna be freaking cool.
Ring.
Yeah,
'Cause you know what? I'm gonna put $20 on this one.
What?
Oh, you know, no, not yet.
About
I'm not
what?
telling you the bet.
About what? $20 on what?
That we're going to try them out.
I'm waiting
Deal.
for the
Done.
wandering buffalo to. I'm waiting.
What do you
I'm
do?
waiting for him to find. I'm waiting for him to show up. I'm going to see what they're finding.
Well,
$20. Say I find better.
You found a bullet.
Oh,
in a-
you're making
Oh,
a
you want to bet
bet.
that you can beat the Buffaloes? All right,
I-
20.
Damn
know.
right, baby, because it's coming in. Swiftwater's coming under the grid. We're gonna get
This
you.
is coming from the guy that found a bullet and a piece of chizzy nizzle.
Chisholm.
Are you
It's
talking about a
chispa.
metal detector? Or are you talking about a
Jesus.
pinpoint?
Jesus.
I think he's. he's
Well,
talking
you know
about metal
what, Rich?
detection.
It's going to start out with a metal detector, but then they got to go to the pinpointer.
All right, man, it's on.
20
Right,
bucks?
but the pinpointer you're using is not a true pinpointer. You're using a gold
You're using a
machine.
probe.
But you're
Okay, you know what? Tomato, whatever.
no, there is a difference.
Probe versus pinpointer.
Just remember, ours vibrates, yours doesn't.
But he just said whoever finds the most.
Did you hear that? They got better toys, so
Wait.
I'm legal.
Did you say who finds the first or who finds the most?
The best.
The most.
No, it's got to be the crap, man. If somebody goes, "Wow, you really found a lot." No, that's the winner. Not, "Oh yeah, you found a belt buckle, a boot tack, and a nail and a bullet."
Whose ever loot is the most valuable. So if I find a
that's what it
meteorite,
I'm
should
on.
be.
There we go.
That's
I'm
what
with
it
Kathleen.
should be.
I'm with Kathleen.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna find a meteorite.
Is this
Most-
like a two-way or a three-way deal going
Because
on?
each of us have
Oh,
our
no.
own detector.
Is this all?
Oh no! If I tell this to my old lady, she goes like, "Oh, we're on $20." Yeah.
So
All right,
that's
yeah, we'll do this.
Oh, we're
Oh.
$40 in.
So
is
it's
all.
40.
It could
No.
be $40,
Well, it's
folks.
20
$40
each. Yeah.
Yeah,
20.
40 per couple.
Right,
So.
so-
It
40 per
could be
couple.
the hammer.
Ooh, the
Oh,
pot
man.
just got interesting.
I don't know. Let's make this really interesting, Scott.
It did. It just got good.
Huh. All right. So most valuable object, total, whatever, right?
Total finds.
Total finds.
Whoever
No,
finds
yeah.
the most gets all the pot.
Gets the.
I mean,
Yeah, but you
it's
guys got to
the pot.
remember. Now, you guys got to remember. We can't just sit there and between us both say, "Oh yeah, we got the most." No.
No,
This
we'll
gonna
let
be-
a
this gonna be-
non-partial person.
Yeah, this is gonna be a
Right.
group thing.
Yep,
We're gonna
yep.
put it out there in front of everybody. You know what? For Gold Prospector Space and Gold Prospectors Radio,
Is the winner.
who found the most?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
all
whoever-
I know is we got a leg up because Scott doesn't even know where to go.
Yeah.
Hey, folks, I'm from
We're
Arizona.
already winning.
I know where I'm at.
I agree.
Winning.
Agreed. You guys already ahead of
You
the
guys,
game.
you guys are flying a plane in and renting a car. I already got a car. I just know where to drive. Go that way. We're good. I'll find it.
Uh-huh. Oh, my God.
Hey, I got a compass. By You know what? I got a compass by Chris Miller.
What does a compass have to do?
I know.
Because a compass really means a lot in
You
Arizona.
gotta know where
you don't even know.
someplace is on a map to use a compass, man. Your problem is the map and location. Man.
You see, folks, this is the problem between the West and the East Coast. Out here, you don't always have. Wait a minute. You guys don't always have phone reception, so you don't know which way you're going. Now, wait, whoa, time out. Don't start it. Since Shad's been a Marine, he better frickin' know how to frickin' find out which way he's got to go with a map.
He was a navigational guy.
Dude, it's in a bag, man.
Is that why they're always lost?
I'm never lost. I'm always right where
We're the
I'm
wandering
supposed to be.
buffaloes.
I know
We
that's
are
what's
never
funny.
lost.
You're only lost if you know your destination.
That's right.
We don't focus on a destination.
We wander.
We wander.
That's right. Oh,
Those who wander
You guys been working on this, haven't you?
You guys might as well spend that $40 now, because I think it's a shoe-in.
All right. That's $20 a piece, so
that's $100 in the pot.
No, it's 80.
What kind of math you been doing?
This is in the bag. We can get them to put more money in.
Are you really? Okay, we're already in for 40. You want to go to hundo?
Yeah, why not?
Well, who's gonna put that in?
No, 25.
I guess you are.
Oh, 25 a
Hey, don't
piece.
worry. Your old man's rich. He's fine.
25 each. That's an even hundo. And
all right, no, we'll keep it simple. A $20 bill. I don't want no ones or fives. All right,
or coins.
No coins,
Change.
man.
Are you crazy, dude? No, we went to a hundo.
get barbecue coupons.
Yeah, barbecue.
You're getting a box of pennies.
I'll give you 5 cents and change. Hey, you're not opposed to quarters, are you?
We can't fly with it.
We'll have to ship it ahead.
Oh my God, you guys are nuts.
All right, guys,
All
it's
right.
the freaking Swiftwater and the Wandering Buffaloes challenge
It's
at the freaking
Dude,
metal.
you better
At the
watch
metal.
out as the herd is coming
Dude.
through.
What are they? Hey, Shad, what are they calling? What's he calling the metal detecting thing? There's a name for it. The shit.
Buffalo Stampede?
It's a shootout or something.
No. What he's calling the metal detecting thing? Where we're going?
A dance off?
Yeah, the outing. What's it called?
Shindig.
Shindig.
It's the 2019
2019
fall
outing.
There we go. There it is. $100 bet. Man, don't miss it. If you guys are out there listening right now, man, we're going. Because you know what? They're flying all this way, and I'm not going to frickin' miss it. We're
right.
going.
Okay, it's on.
It's on.
Money is on the line.
This is going to be interesting.
Hey,
You know,
and when you lose, Scott, Kathleen's going to make you put on some essential
Ooh,
oils.
I'm bringing them
That's
too.
right. He's got to wear essential oil of Kathleen's choice.
No. I thought it was $100. It didn't say I had to wear no funny oils.
Yeah, we're throwing that in. What, you think you're going to lose? And you're afraid?
No. I'm just
calling
saying.
you out on air.
No,
You
I'm
sound
actually. What I'm saying is, if I did lose, I don't want to wear oils.
You're called out. He called you out, Scott. Scott,
Sounds
he
to
called
me
you
you're
out,
scared.
Are you kidding me right now?
dude. He called you out, Scott.
Oh, we can bring our inflatable unicorn, yeah.
Yeah.
Weigold,
Why don't you
and-
just bring your Garrett carrot too?
and you have to ride the unicorn.
You know what?
While
you
you're
know what-
metal detecting.
Wow, metal detects, yeah.
You know what's really funny is because I run a gold page that I don't really tell a lot of people about, but I went back on the comments the other day and I was like, oh, that's comments. There's 14 of them. I'm like, that's funny. I don't get no notifications of it because I'm the one running the show. And it said, oh, this is really freaking gay. And I'm like, what the hell what are they talking about? I tipped on it, and it was you guys' video with a unicorn in the middle of water. I started laughing. I'm like, now, really, you got something? You got a problem against fucking unicorns? I was just really surprised. I couldn't believe it. I was just so fascinated because they said, oh, this is like what they call the naysayers or a thumbs down. as we call it in YouTube videos land. But they were like, "Oh, this is so gay," and I'm like, "What's gay about it? They're just having fun, and they found something at a grocery store before they showed up at the creek."
You know what? When we're out prospecting,
I thought it was cool.
It's a good time.
That's right.
It's
we have fun, and you know what?
Booyah.
Naysayers, haters gonna hate.
That's right.
Yeah, but you know what's really
shake it off?
We're gonna shake it off.
Shake it off.
Shake it off.
Woo.
Yeah, but it makes you think that, you know what, they've never ever been down the road where you actually went out and had fun.
Oh my gosh! Every time
on a
we go
creek,
out, we have fun.
Hey, Scott.
I know.
Scott.
Yeah.
The views and opinions on tonight's show are not necessarily that of Prospectors Radio, Gold Prospector Space, or the host of the show. Please enjoy.
And all right. And on that note, I think it's time we say good night, everybody. What do you guys
Good
think?
night, everybody. Good
Ah,
night,
look at that. Boy, they were quick tonight, Scott.
Yeah. Good night, Gold Diggers.
And we just want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Don't forget, join us Sunday night at 7:30. We'll be here, and can't wait to see what happens with this little wager they got going. Till Sunday.
And remember, keep up with the video because we're gonna do it.
Oh goodness! All right, we'll see everybody Sunday. Have a great week. We're out of here. Bye, y'all.
Be sure to tune in next Sunday at 7:30 for another great show. For updates and more info, please go to www.prospectorsradio.com.